welcome to another episode of the Sideshow, numero dos.
With your host,
Isaac, and my co-host,
Rodolfo.
Yeah.
Don't forget the Rodolfo.
Rodolfo. You like going by Rodolfo now, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. Dude, so first things first, I want to talk about, I almost binged today. For people who's just tuning in, I have an eating disorder that I'm trying to be more vocal about because it's really been kicking my butt this last couple of years, and I no longer do martial arts or tournaments or anything like that to keep my weight down. So I really got to be on top of it. But you guys, I made this. How did it taste?
Delicious.
Was it good?
Yeah.
You guys,
your eating disorder, it comes to like my benefit.
So what I got home today, like to the studio, and I was so hungry, but not really because I had a good healthy breakfast.
Yeah.
And I just wanted some sugar or something. So I see that there's Hawaiian bread, and there's Nutella, bananas, crunchy peanut butter, and strawberry jam, which are all my favorites. So I just make this delicious Nutella, peanut butter, banana, strawberry jelly sandwich. And and this is the good thing about the eating disorder thing, because I was preparing it and my sister was like, hey, should you be eating that? And, that's one of the things that they should ask you, like not be rude about it. And I was like, you're right. And so I wrapped it up and put it in the fridge for Rodolfo to enjoy when he got here. But I'm honestly pretty proud of myself. But
I was pretty proud of the sandwich.
Yeah, that's the first time I've actually done something like that. So I guess just like baby steps and shit like that, because I really am tired of being fat, dude. I want to do a handstand,
Yeah, that would be nice.
How's your muscle up game? You used to do so many of them.
What game now?
Oh, really?
Dude, ever since I started this job, I haven't really been hitting the gym.
Yeah, man. Tell me tell me about that shit. Because a lot of you guys, most people, we got to work our 9 to 5 and stuff, and then you have to find time for like your passions, your dreams, and the things that you want to do, and at least for me, when I was the VA was the last job that I really had, working at the VA. And
which I always forgot you worked there.
Yeah, dude.
I forgot you even had a job,
yeah,
bro.
a lot of crazies. Well, I haven't had a job since 2017. You guys, aside from grinding as a videographer, photographer, real estate, anything, bro, you need a picture of your taint, I got it. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's paying. So, but I've been really lucky, especially with the people that have that helped me along the way and all that shit, like the Swan Shows and stuff like that. Shout out to Nook. Shout out to Note. Shout out to Nut. Yeah, that's his name, Nut.
Or you can Pompech.
Pompech. But yeah, man. So I've been really lucky to be surviving month to month, doing this full time. But it is
Must be nice.
But it is nice. But I'm always broke. You know.
I feel you.
And then whenever I need, it's not always glamorous, because whenever I need gear, I need anything special, I'll go work. We have friends that have a moving company or just like hard labor, and I'll go do that to make up for whatever gear I need if I'm struggling or whatever. So, but it's a good grind and it's a happy grind. So, yeah, tell me about your shit, man, because I know I've been gone for a minute.
No, I know, dude. So like, I don't know, just trying to keep everything up. It's like, yeah. So this is kind of my day to day. Wake up at 5 o'clock every single day. Drive to Redmond. That's like 30 miles. Hella traffic. So, I mean, dude, just so being at work all day and then having the motivation to just stay like creative has been hard.
Yeah.
Very hard. It takes it out of like, even though the job's not super hard, but it's not easy, and mentally it's not draining, but like traffic is.
I gotcha. Traffic
drains. In the morning's not so bad, but in the afternoon, like on my way over here, after work when we come in, like film, like shoot this. Oh, dude, no, the 405, which is even worse. Yeah. It's like, bro, I'm like 10 miles away from you, and it takes me 2 hours to just get here,
Yeah. when I have that experience in the mornings whenever I have so sometimes I drop my my lady off at work and then I'll come down here to work in the studio, and I hate the 405 or when I go pick her up.
Yeah.
And we still use the express lane, dude. Packed, bro. Just fucking idiots on the road. We're all just, how did we get this way?
Right.
You know? Just fucking pieces of shit.
Actually, dude, honestly, if I don't, I'm moving up north more eventually, just so I can keep my job. Cause honestly, like it's a good job. I'm making money and it's helping me support all this, you know. So if I don't move from down south up north, then dude, there's gonna be struggle to keep doing all this and then still have time for myself, you know.
Yeah, you live far away. So how are you managing? Because well, you guys don't really know, but Rudy's dope photographer and he's trying to keep up doing photos and keeping up his the consistent posting and just actually going out and practicing the craft and stuff, you know. And I'm aspiring, you know, like I go out with these guys that are super dope and try to take some good photos and shit, but it's definitely a different skill.
Right.
Yeah,
it's a little different than video.
Yeah, that's my main thing. So how do you, like, because you do come here, the other day we were filming at midnight, you had to work at 5.
Yeah.
And then, like, how do you do it?
Dude, I don't even know. Sometimes I ask myself, like, I'm like, dude, how you doing this? But, like, dude, I wake up at 5, try and be at work hella early, and make sure that my truck is organized. Like, I need to know where every single box is, because, like, every minute counts, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I spend an extra 10 seconds to look for a package, or even a minute, that shit starts adding up. So, that's kind of, like, one little thing that makes a big difference. Also, I fucking run. I run. Like,
bro, I see you
legit.
leaning out a little bit.
Dude, it's from the job.
Yeah.
Like, literally. Bro, like, so, like, there's people that chill. It's a chill job.
Yeah.
But I'm, like, sprinting, bro. I'm running back and forth from my truck. Bah, 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 bah. The faster I finish, that means the more time and the less time I'm going to be in traffic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, the faster I finish, so I'm averaging about like 6 hours at work right now instead of 8. And then just trying to like put everything together. Like, just, you know that saying where people are like, you don't, like, no one ever has time. Like, you make the time.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
The older I get, the more I realize that it's like, bro, like, I don't have time, and I know that, but like, I have to squeeze this in.
Yeah.
Like, example, like the other day, like, my parents were coming to town. What I have to do, I had to go to that brunch thing with Balboa.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, we're meeting up. We came, busted out the filming in like 2-3 hours, picked up my parents, chilled with them for a bit, and still came back.
Yeah, that's true.
You know
That's
why
we were up till midnight. But man, that's fucking rough. How do you do the first, if like for people out there that are doing like their own passions or their side things, you know, like how do you guys do it? How do you guys manage the time? Because it does come into the relationship, you know, like you're in a relationship, I'm in a relationship, and it does cut into, I guess I would say, that time a little bit where, you know, trying to spend time with your significant other, but like still trying to follow your passions.
Have you talked to Callie about that?
And still have a full-time job.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, she's super supportive, and she's also very busy herself.
Yeah.
So she's always fucking working. Like when we're hanging out, dude, my fucking lady, you guys, is like a titan of business. She's dope as fuck. And she's got like 3 businesses on the side on top of her full-time job. So like when we're working, like when we're at home chilling, you know, like I'll be watching some conspiracy, some conspiracies. I'm watching Magical Egypt right now again because they just remastered it. So dude, it's better this time around. Yeah, I gotta keep up with Boku no Hero. You know, My Hero Academia, Dr. Stone. So like I do have all these side things that I do, and then on top of that, you know, like I listen to a lot of music. I think that's my main thing where a lot of my time goes. but you know, you're doing shit on that, but and then also working, you know. So, but going back to that, when I'm with her, she's like, we'll put like our whatever we're gonna do chilling out, but she's like fulfilling orders on her business, or she's like doing her little consulting.
Yeah.
'Cause she's a finance expert, so she's doing all that. You know what's really funny? Callie's like a finance guru, and my finances are shit.
No,
But I'm honestly working on that too, you know, because I don't want to be a trash bag partner.
same.
But so I have talked with her about that, and she always just lets me take that time. But lately, it's been a hard maintenance to keep because I'm going to Cuba for 2 weeks, right? And which is dope. I'm super excited, but like right now, dude, I'm fucking tired, like, because I want to do this for a living, right?
Yeah.
And then I still have to make money to eat. So like I had to do the shoots to finish that music video we were doing, and then we have to shoot for ourselves. Then I have to do a vlog of my own, right? That takes a little bit of time. Then I have to also do some real estate photos, which I had to do yesterday on Monday. And a lot of my time gets eaten up editing, but then I still have to make time for my girl and time for the gym. And just this week, since I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks, that I'm trying to compound a lot of content.
Yeah.
I just been trying to knock it out every day. So I haven't gone to the gym since Wednesday, and today's Tuesday. You know, that's almost 5 days. And for me, like, going to the gym is very crucial because I'm fat, and I'm trying to get healthier, you know.
You're pleasurably plump.
Yeah, I'm a plum boy. I'm juicy, you know.
Pleasurably.
I smell like tacos. But putting all that, and then sometimes I'd be like, I should stay here and edit, or I could go to my girl's house and spend the night with her and just like kick it, you know, just cuddle whatever and give her that. So we have talked about that, and I think it's a balance.
Yeah. It's important to talk to your partners.
Yeah. What about Rocky?
I remember when we were getting all this started, and then just like trying to map out like how my schedule is gonna look like with her job, because like her job is time consuming too, because like she doesn't work regular hours. Again, my girl
saves kids.
She saves kids. She's she's like some type of like social worker, case manager with like foster kids and stuff like that. So she's on call all the time.
She's the salt of the earth.
Right. She's on call all the time. So sometimes like she'll be coming out, getting off work, and then something would happen, and she's like, dude, you gotta go pick up a kid at the airport, or you gotta go drop this kid off somewhere to his lawyer or something, you know what I mean? She's always driving around and like picking up all these kids, taking care of all these kids. So like we weren't getting that much face to face. We weren't meeting up as much, but like I had to like talk to her. I'm like, babe, like I have all these things going on, and you do too, you know what I mean? I think like we have to make sure that like we're not, even though we're not going to see each other as much, I think we should keep in mind that we're working towards something, you know what I mean? And it's going to be rough, and it's going to suck, you know what I mean? Cause like sometimes I want to just go cuddle with her, you know what I mean? That's just sounds
you say you know what I mean so many times, you know what I mean? But yeah, go ahead.
You know what I mean? It's like but
is that the alarm?
No, it's a different one.
How dare you? What is your jack off alarm? In the middle? Rodolfo, in the middle?
I'm sorry.
You motherfucker, man. You're always doing this. Are you wearing your shoes in my floor right now?
No, I'm not.
Oh, you took your shoes off?
You're wearing your own shoes on,
bro,
your
these
floor.
are
what
my
do you
god.
mean?
These are my moccasins, bro. These are like lounging shoes. But yeah, so you're talking like cuddling, and you
so
just
like
wanna be together.
sometimes you just want to do that instead of like working, you know what I mean? But like you got to get to work.
I know what you mean.
I got to stop that.
Yeah, I say a lot, and then lately I've been saying shit or so, you know? And I really want to cut that down because that really I feel like that kind of fucked me up at the Moth,
Mm-hmm.
the store. You guys, so this whole channel type thing, you know, like a lot of this trying to become a better storyteller for myself
Same.
and whatever mediums those are. So there we go. I just did it. I go down to test myself at this thing called the Moth Story Slam. I've done it once before, and the first time I did it, I tied for first place. It was awesome, and I had like this big ego boost, and it was a really tough story for me to tell about my stepdad just pretty much being a piece of trash to me my whole life and really abusing me mentally, you know. Did he put a finger at my butt? No, but he did a lot worse.
Mentally.
Yeah, and I mean, he would beat the shit out of me like I was a grown man, you know. So just things like that. And so I go and I tell the story, and I did great, but I practiced for like 2 weeks. This time around, I go and I didn't practice as much, and it was...
They didn't even have an ending to the story.
Yeah, I was sitting there. Yeah, Rodolfo and Alexa, the homies, came to give me some support, yo. And I woke up there, and it was a mess, you guys. You were there.
Tomato.
I
Let's just
couldn't
say his face looked like a tomato up there.
I couldn't
bro.
even look up at the crowd, you guys. But there was...
So it was a good time, though.
The first time I went, there was like 150 people, right? This time, it was packed. It was a different venue, and it was just packed. And there were so many people. That's what freaked me out.
They're like
there was
sitting on the... There's so many people that are sitting on like the floor.
Yeah, like on the
literally.
floor, like on random places. And I was like... like, it really, like, seeing all those people, I've never tried to tell an emotional story. And this story for me was very, like, emotional, too, because it was about coming to this country as an immigrant with my mom, and she was pregnant and stuff like that. And it was just us two. So I couldn't... it was really hard to get it out. So... But when I was up there, I was like, don't say so, don't say also. So whenever I was getting really into it, that little thing in my head would click, and then I just go, and I just like looking down, like I couldn't even look up. It was so embarrassing. And then in the front row, there was this lady that was like, you can do it, come on. Like egging me on, and it made it worse. You know what I mean? I was just like, don't do that. I know I'm doing bad. Look away. But,
yeah,
she really fucked with me. And
there we go.
yeah, well, I did all of them. So anyways, I'm trying to get better with my language as well.
At least I think you know what I mean is a little step up from fool.
Yeah, that's true.
I used to say the word nigga all the time too.
Same here. There's an but we grew up with a bunch of blacks, you know, and the good ones that took us in.
Right. I mean, dude, they used to let me say it, bro.
Trevin. Yeah. And I think growing up, like, I mean, I grew up when I first got here, I was like the only Mexican in the Section 8 housing. So my boy Mohammed took me in and really like protected me from, because I used to get my ass beat like every day.
Mm-hmm.
Every day. And in Mexico, it was the same thing. But in Mexico, the kids just jack you for your shit. So it's more like, not because of any, like, because you're not black or whatever ethnicity, you know. So, you know who says the nigga the most? Asians. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Like the crotch rocket, hype beast, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly.
Like that was like, man, these
Supreme
Chinese,
ones.
yeah, the Supremes. So that's something that I've really cut out of my vocabulary. And
I kind of feel weird saying it sometimes now.
Nah, I do feel weird because
I feel like
I think we're grown-ups.
Yeah.
And we're not kids anymore.
I used to say it so much that it was so comfortable for me to say it.
Yeah.
Even around like black people I didn't even know. You
Yeah.
know, I'll just say it so freely, and like I don't know. I feel like back then though, like, you know, hood knows hood though. You know.
Yeah,
so I feel
yeah.
like you know what I mean.
And there was some hood shit. So yeah, and everybody in reality, like, but now as we're progressing and we're growing up, I hope that you notice, because I was noticing this too, is like we're moving through like economic groups, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So maybe we're not as in a rough place like where we used to be, you know. And I think that's an attest to like our parents, you know.
Yeah.
Like, you come here as an immigrant, yeah, you're gonna start from zero. You're fucking So you're hanging out with all this crazy shit. And then we grow up in that, but then they're from Mexico, so they're like, "Yo, this is a step up," and like for me, it was a step up from Mexico, you know, like it just, cause I would just get beat up, but I wouldn't get my shoes stolen,
Yeah.
or like my, you know what I mean, like my school supplies. So yeah, and then I think as we like keep growing up into like more social and economical ways, like as we continue that growth, I think, you know, we also expand our minds and our brains into like, oh shit, I shouldn't say that,
Yeah.
you know. But when all their friends like Traven, Bomb Bomb, you know, Morgan, Sharif, Malik, like all these, just that's our niggas, bro.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
they're like, when you see them, they're like, my nigga. Like when I seen Sharif, you know,
Right.
he's like, nigga, what you been up to? You know, like, so, but then we're all trying to come up in that way. So I think that really is why I try not to say that.
Yeah.
But I don't really have a problem at this point. But I think, like, and especially in the Marine Corps, bro, because most of the Marines are Puerto Ricans that are Hispanic.
Yeah.
So there was only like a couple Mexicans in my boy Bravo, shout out. And then it was just all Puerto Ricans. So like all my Hispanic friends were Puerto Ricans, and they be dropping them bombs like crazy, dude.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
They
so
do
even
hard,
my
bro.
boy, yeah, but I think being like a lot of Puerto Ricans are from New York, you know, the
Yeah.
East Coast and like the Bronx, so like it,
I feel
and like
a
how
lot-
you said, hood recognizes hood, you know. So,
Yeah.
but we're not hood no more. I'm proud of.
Far from it. Damn, it's kind of weird to say that.
We're not.
No,
That
no.
feels good. I feel like before when I was younger, like in my 23, 22, I'd be like, bro, I'm still hood. What you talking about, dog? You know, like I still try to be hard or whatever, but like I can't be prouder than we're not, you know?
Yeah.
So, and it's nice not always being in a state of, I want to say like fight or flight, you know?
Kind of, yeah.
So, like even when I was boxing, and like David and Jeffrey, they would give me rides, cause they'd be like, yeah, like you know, like especially Jeffrey though, like even though we're not like close and stuff, and I still know him, he always had my back in terms of like giving me rides and making sure like he'd be like, do your homework, even though we're the same age.
Right.
You know,
shit,
he's
talking
always
to,
like, he's like, dude, do your homework. You can do better than this.
you
Like,
gotta make it out the hood,
yeah,
bro.
you're meant for. And I feel like he took on that kind of role as we grew up, and like they would take me to box because I would take the bus 2 hours just to get to boxing. Fucking, I would leave like right after school, get to
Was it
boxing
the
out.
162?
Yeah,
Was
what?
it the
Yeah,
162?
no, it was a 132. But on the way back,
132
you can take the 162. And sometimes they would give me rides, you know.
Yeah.
But I also remember that one time he was with David, who got deported. I was always so scared of him. He was so skinny and weak, and he's like, who's this motherfucker? And Jeffrey's like, bro, chill. He's cool. Like, we're just giving him a ride and shit. He's like, I don't trust him. We got all this coke in the car. He gonna snitch. And I'm like, I don't even know that you have all these drugs in the car, bro. Like, and then he like legit puts a gun out on me, dog. And he's like, take some. And I'm like 15. I'm like, what? No, like I don't do that kind of shit, you know. And then he's like, take some. And he's like, oh, they're obviously he's coked
The first
out.
time he ever did cocaine.
Yeah, and and he gives me with the key and gives me the 2 bumps, and I take it, and he's like, all right, he's cool, and he's just like laughing, but it's just like you just made like a little kid do coke.
That fool
You
put a
know?
dent in my car,
For real?
in my truck.
Damn.
Motherfucker,
Yeah,
bro.
he
backed
was
up into my shit.
He was kind of like crazy a little bit, but yeah, they dropped me off at boxing, and I whooped everybody that day, you know. But and he was saying that too. He's like, "You're about to smash everybody. You're never gonna run out of energy." And I'm like, doing jump ropes and shit. I'm like, "Damn, bro, I never felt so much energy in my
Hit me
life."
harder.
Yeah, but just shit like that versus now, like, what's the hardest encounter you'll have is maybe like a disagreement somewhere, you know. So I'm really happy about that in terms of things, and that's why. But I feel like that a lot of our friends who have like escaped from that, they are really hard workers,
Yeah.
and I think they get stuck in that. Does that make sense? Because it's
Yeah.
so scary to go back to that crazy shit. If you really think about it, like Because I was there too. Because when I first got out of the military, I had 3 jobs, you know, and I didn't need to have 3 jobs. But I was so scared of like not having a savings account,
Yeah.
and so I was like working myself to death. But also I was working to save up for the trip. But at the same time, like I didn't need to have 3 jobs. But that like immigrant Mexican side of me was really like, bro, I can't. And then I went back and I was living in Des Moines, you know.
Yeah.
And then I didn't want to be like, cannot afford this apartment. I got to go back into Fed or like White Center. And for a while, when me and Alec moved out of the apartments, we were living in White Center, bro.
Yeah.
We had the bus parked there. You just fucking hearing shit all night, ghetto shit.
No.
You know, like
They're
you just
parked in the yard of my of a boot camp member.
yeah.
One of my
That was a
trainees.
hookup. Those people were so nice, but
Tia, shout out.
yeah, they're those people were so nice. Cambodian, right? Though
Cambodian.
or Filipino.
No. Thai?
Well, they were Asian, darker skin, Malaysian maybe, but they were so nice and they would give us food and but that was in the hood. But then it's getting better, gentrified more.
Yeah.
So like you just gotta ride like 2 miles. And I mean, Alec works in White Center or in West Seattle, which is nice. And then at the time I was just freelancing doing shit, so I would just go down to SBP downtown, where it's nicer. But I would just go to the bus to sleep and then bounce, or like I'll stay at Cali's at the Dub or something. But yeah, man, I think about all that, and that's why like this is fun.
Yeah.
In that sense, you know,
Mhm.
like this is how we kick it now.
That's
which-
true.
Yeah, and it's like trying to progress forward, at the same time following a passion, or something like that. So, shout out to all those people who are doing the same thing, man. Like,
Right, just grinding it down.
yeah, it's Wednesday, you know, hump day. We gotta start like a
Hump day.
hump day update, you guys. If you're actually listening to this and you're enjoying this, either comment below or send us a DM and tell us what you're doing. You know, like what's your passion? What are you doing? How's your hump day going? You know, send us like a little video, and we'll watch it. Because it's really nice to have a group of people that are doing the same shit you're doing. You know, just grinding it out, and at the same time following your passions, trying to keep your family, your social life intact while you're doing all these things. You know, I think that's the hardest thing.
Right. Dude, doing what you like to do is not an easy task sometimes.
Yeah, especially
you know?
with a 9 to 5. So,
But-
and then finding that energy, like when you guys came over to film with Khalid and Sharif and stuff, dude, I was burnt. Like I was so burnt out.
What was I doing that I got here late? Oh, and I was stuck in traffic.
Yeah,
Had to go home, grab peanut for a bit. Yeah.
So, man, like but I think something like a revelation that I've had lately to just push through it, because you know sometimes you're just tired and you just want to lay down and turn on like what you want to turn on, you know. I just
all I want to do is stream some pirated movies. Shit.
Oh shit,
Dude.
that's what I was gonna tell you is like what I've been doing lately. I literally just force myself to either show up at the gym, and then I'll just start working out because I'm there, or like I'll just force myself to come here or whatever, if that makes sense. Because like I created this space so it can be productive.
Yeah.
You know, that's why it's cold in here. Are you comfortable?
No.
Exactly. I'll make it more comfortable, but when I'm here, I'm dead serious, dude. Like when I'm here, I don't want it to be like where I just like lay out on the couch and just start
Like too
scrolling.
cozy.
Yeah, like I don't. Whenever I'm in here, I don't allow myself to like go on my phone. Like my phone's over there, you know. I don't allow. Like everything in here has to be work productive related, and even when I'm lazy, like I just come to the space, or remember how I had my room set up before, where like I had a desk right next to the bed. As soon as I was outside of that bed space, and then facing the desk, fucking working on whatever I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know, and I've always I think that's super crucial and important for everyone. You know, just to have I'm not preaching or anything, but like being able to have a space. You know, that's why I was always getting on you back in the days about like making your room nice or something, like somewhere where you just feel creative. You know,
I think
whatever that is, however that helps you.
I just noticed I can't I can't be home.
Are you just like go into that chill mode?
Yeah, like I feel like when I go home, like my home should be like home. I feel like I need to change that.
Mm-hmm.
But like I get home and I'm not that productive. Besides, I mean, when I'm editing like my photos and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, as far as that, like, I just don't like I don't like working at home, and I can't like. I'm more productive when I'm outside. So like, you know, once this like office is full blown like
Yeah.
in office work mode, then I'm gonna start coming here, cause I'm just not productive. I don't go home and fucking do work.
I got.
That's why I never did homework back in the day. I would do my
Yeah.
homework in class, cause I knew if I go home, I'm not
You're done.
doing it. You know what I
Is
mean?
there Cause for me, this space has definitely become that. So once the bed comes out,
Mm-hmm.
I'm chilling. You know what I mean? I turn on the heater. I put the blanket over it,
Yeah.
and I turn on the heater because right now it's cold out here, you guys. So I have a little electrical heater. I'll put
At
the
my
blanket.
feet, I'm just hogging it.
Yeah. So I put a little blanket over the heater for a little bit, like maybe like 30 seconds, because it could burn it. You know, you gotta be careful with that shit. And then I'll hop in bed, and then I'll like do all the scrolling or whatever that I want to do. But I was finding that even then, for what I'm trying to do and what we're trying to do together, like we got a lot of shit going on that requires a lot of time, and you either gotta become super fucking productive, or you gotta cut things. You know,
Yeah.
like I have a friend who just broke up with his girl, and they've been dating as long as me and Callie have been dating, and they're one of our best couples friends, bro. So that it hit me hard that they broke up, but it's because he's building he's got a really successful business, you know, and that's a full-time job.
Yeah.
But he made that business so that he could do his passion, and he's building. I can't talk about it because I don't want people to know who it is, but
I think I know who you're talking about.
he found out. I'll tell you later. He found out like his girl needed more time, like she
More
needs
him.
more of him.
Yeah.
And what he was telling me was that he wasn't devoting enough time to his passion, and that was making him depressed, and in turn that was making him act out.
Yeah.
You know. And for whatever reason, it wasn't productive, because I was like, "Is there a way like you guys can, like, is this gonna get back together? Like, what's going on?" And he's like, "No, I think I'm done, because, like, this is what I want to do." And it's really unfortunate when things like that happen. So that day, I talked to Callie, and I was like, "Hey, I don't want this to happen. So whatever time we're spending together, it needed to be as quality as I want, because I can't devote as much time to you as I want. But the time that we do have together, it needs to be like the best, whether it's like my pipe game on point, massages, you know, like I do know that I get away with a lot in terms of like being on my own, because I spend half of the week I spend here working, and then the other half I spend with Callie. But when I'm at her house, I do edit and stuff, and I did find that like I go there, I don't want to work, I don't want to do anything. So what I did and what we did together is we set up a little corner in the apartment with like a nice desk or whatever, but like nice little light. But as soon as you're in that space, you'd never do anything that's not productive. And it took me like, I think we did that at the end of November. And what are we, February now? And now it's like I sit there and I can work.
Yeah.
You know, but it took me a couple of months to get used to that change. But I think just having a little corner in your house, because not everybody has the luxury of like having the studio and shit. Once I get it running, I'll give you some keys too, so you can come in through whenever you want. And then and now that I know that you're a framer, bro, you can help me build the storage I want in that corner.
I'm good with my hands.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember, bro. Bandcamp. But so
I'm lefty, by the way.
okay. But yeah, man, I mean, that's I wanted to ask you about that too, because it's like I think going forward, you know, like even for me, like I haven't been, this is so stupid because I know people have more problems, but like I haven't been watching as much things as I want. I haven't watched any movies. I still haven't watched Parasite. I haven't watched any dope movies that I want to watch, you know? because I don't have time, because all my time is going to vlogging, going out trying to interview cool people that I like, that I want to learn from, and then doing this, the little starter skits that we want to do for it. So like it does take up a lot of my time, but I've been realizing it's just like, all right, well, now I'm cutting into my masturbation time. No more masturbation. You know what I mean? Like whatever it is that I'm trying to have to do, and I'm trying to get better at that. So like I did get like a little journal where I write everything that I'm going to do every day. And then what I did that's been really helpful is from 10 to 6 p.m., I don't go on my phone unless it's for like a text. So if it's a text, but from 10 to 6, I don't go on my phone, because I notice every time I open up my phone, the first thing, Reddit, boop.
Black hole, huh?
Yeah, boom, Reddit, boom. I just see a little bit what's trending on the popular page. 30 minutes later, I'm like, fuck.
And then just blink your eyes, and it's like, what the fucking time is it?
And then Instagram, you know, like I'll go on Instagram and just be looking, and I'm like, oh, I need inspiration, so I'm gonna go on Instagram. You know what I mean? That's all bullshit. So from 10 to 6, no phone, and then I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, fuck, what do I do? So it took me a while. So like, I've been listening to me and Rodolfo, by the way, you guys, if you guys want to join us, me and Rodolfo are doing, listening to the 100 best albums of all time. And, we're starting with the 100. I'm not using the Rolling Stone template because, I feel like eventually I'll listen to that one, but I found another, and plus they only have the 500 best albums, but we're listening and we're trying to
500. Damn.
Yeah, I'm trying to do from 100 down, and then this seems like a more complete list, because in the Rolling Stones, you know, there's a lot of like classic rock and like huge bands and stuff, but I think they do focus on some like genre bending or genre creating, but I don't think enough to where it's just like satisfied. But this one list that I found, I think takes that into consideration. So like, but also, you know, like some of those albums I'm listening to, like I like the Talking Heads, but the album that they have on there, it was just like, it was all right. You know what I mean? But that's like, I enjoyed it. That's 98.
It was some good Traffic music.
Yeah, number 100 is Kanye West College Dropout, and I mean, every once in a while I'll listen to a song in that album, you know, because they're classics. But listening to that whole album, I was like, damn, bro, you fell off, Kanye. Like that Spaceship, you know, I've been working the spaceship.
Oh, yeah.
And man, I was listening to that song. Yeah. And you're just grinding. And then the Lupe Fiasco part when he's like, I seen you in that Busta Rhymes video the other night. Easy come, easy go.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, damn, dude. And I really felt that because like 3 months ago I was doing a documentary in Trinidad, and I'm out here just licking butt, you know, like it just comes and goes. And and
shoot, I was working on a movie set over the weekend.
Yeah, Bollywood, baby.
And now I'm working at FedEx.
But that's honestly how the freelance and the videography game goes, you know, like 1 week you're up, and then, or sometimes you get a job and you're good for like 3-4 months, and you're just chilling, you know, and then all of a sudden there's no work, things are dried up, or whatever the reason, you know, and that's really hard, like on my ego, to not like get down and be depressed or whatever. And I think I've done really good with like my own. I feel like everybody in a way is depressed, you know, and things get to them, but I feel like even before the military and in high school and stuff, I remember my mom like scraped money so I could see a therapist, because I would just be like crying and shit for no reason. And I mean, I know like a lot more now, you know, like I went to therapy maybe twice because I was like, bro, this is hella money for my mom. Fuck that shit. And then in the military, obviously it's free, but I've always had issues with my mood. And it's not like a depression where there's different forms of depression, you know, and that's what people don't always understand. It's like you can be down because some shitty shit happened. And yeah, you'll be down for months, a breakup or whatever, and you're depressed. And then there's a type of depression where you just got that wet blanket, no matter what's going on, whether happy things are happening and stuff, and you just can't be happy, you know. And I have that, and I've had that in the past, and it's led to some dark places. And um, I've always found like creative ways to deal with it, you know, on my own, and I think that's why, like, I guess I have like all these measures set up, like in terms of like a good spot. Like that's why my rooms are always super nice.
Yeah.
Because I find it. Even my high school room, remember I like used to paint on the fucking wall. I had that big ass. So I think that's a big thing that I kind of learned early on, is just to have like a really nice place, because it's really hard to be depressed in a place that's really dope. Or like, so like if you look around and there's like dirty laundry, like it just makes it like tenfold. Maybe somebody's like, oh, I'll clean that up tomorrow. But for me, I'm like, I'm a piece of shit. My life is worthless. And I just start getting worse and worse and worse. Then next thing you know, I'm just like in the bathroom, like, do it, bitch. You fucking, you know what I mean? So like those are like, I don't even know how I got on that fucking topic, man. But
for real, I feel like we kind of veered off a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
it's fine.
It all goes back into the trying to be productive and following your passions, you know, because I think for me right now, that would be the biggest thing that would make me depressed, is not trying to do what I want to do. Like, how many people are going to listen to it?
Yeah.
To this? 2, 3? But, I mean, I just got to have a really good combo with my homie, you know?
For real.
Yeah.
Good. I mean, I feel like even that stuff kind of helps out with, I guess, mental, like, stress.
Yeah.
Just fucking literally just talking to somebody.
Yeah, letting it out. You got to get on that mic, boy. But yeah, letting it out. So for you, like right now, what's your biggest holdups? So we can like start wrapping this up.
So my biggest holdups right now, I think. What are my biggest holdups? I guess just. I think time would be a good one, honestly.
Time?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like right now I'm doing a pretty good job of staying focused, staying on track on like everything that I want to do. You know what I mean? I think just the thing that gets me down and it's hard for me is just time.
Okay.
Because I feel like I give a lot of time to work, the commute, and just like a bunch of little other stuff that just kind of pops up, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
But like I could say I'm like pretty proud of myself, because like before it would just be like laziness or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, bro, I think you've been killing it lately. I've been trying to get better just because I'm like, this motherfucker killing it.
So I feel like right now that's like, but that's just me. Like I feel like I'm trying to look inside a little more right now, but like I feel like honestly I've been doing a good job of it. That I guess I don't want to look at some of the bad stuff that maybe be there, but you know.
Yeah, that's always hard. So for right now, I remember we made resolutions and all that stuff. I don't think a lot of those made it because we redid our first episode because our video got fucking cut. But, and by that I mean I forgot to hit record. But going forward, you know, like we've kind of been establishing what we're gonna do and how we're gonna head forward. Like we have a little business idea to break out of like 9 to 5 or like make more income and not be like living hand to mouth. And I think we've been doing well at it. You know, we've gotten a few gigs together, and like hopefully when I get back from Cuba, we have like a good lead and stuff. Shout out to my boy who sent that to me. I appreciate you, man. And then being a good human. And then going from that is like, what about the photo? Because we had said we're going to meet up once a week to take photos.
Yeah.
Right? And we haven't done that the last couple of weeks because we have been super busy. But I feel like now we're getting to the point where like we've normalized what this is going to be. Yeah. We're going to be here every Wednesday, you guys. Hump day, just talking about and trying to push ourselves forward to keep doing this shit. You know? I think that's another reason I want this.
The thing it's just not falling off. Yeah.
It's hard to not fall off. So you guys show up on Wednesdays. Let us know what you guys are up to, you know. I don't have an email for any of that, but send it in the comments or DM it. Yeah. And we'll look at it and you know, just so you guys have a buddy if you're like in the same type of situation, the same kind of shoes that we're in. 'Cause I mean, we're nobodies.
Yeah.
We're nobody. Like, I even got canceled on because I'm not worth shit on Saturday.
Damn.
That
And that came up
hurts
hard, too.
my feelings. You know what I mean? Like, just to know that, hey, you're not worth shit to me, so I'm going to cancel. And I put a lot of effort into that shoot.
Yeah.
You know? Hours just wasted. So my goal is to become more established and better and really get more with the community here and help each other out in that way, you know?
Same.
But so what day are we going to start doing photos? Because this Wednesdays. We're filming this.
Wednesdays.
Yeah. So we're filming this on Wednesdays. That
Yeah.
means we got to allocate another day for the photos.
My best day is probably Friday.
You want to do Friday? Okay.
Because I don't work Saturdays. My only day off, by the way.
Yeah. Hey, for those of you guys like Rodolfo, most weeks he works 6 days, one day off, and then he's here.
Every
Gotta be
week,
with the
bro.
family, because Mexicans, we're close to our family, so gotta be with the family, with the girl, with the puppy. You got a puppy,
I
so
do.
you're a fucking dog dad. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I have to run home, walk Peanut, feed her, and then have to go to the store buy my brother a present for his birthday. Happy birthday, little bro.
Hey, fuck you, Christian.
And then I still have to go meet up in Tacoma to go have dinner with everyone.
Damn. Okay. So we're gonna do.
Done. You don't have time. You make time.
Hey, that's motivating, bro.
Right.
That's how I feel. For me, I'm definitely trying to build in more time, because what I've been doing right now to catch up on stuff, and it's mostly just anime and weird. I'm an archaeology buff, so I'm always. You don't even know like the extent of like how much I geek out on archaeological stuff, and it's just very specific to that. And then I believe the Earth is way older than it is. It's supposed to be. But so I'm always just looking into things, and I actually try to read papers and shit like that, because you can just get all your info off YouTube. But then I haven't been catching up on Dr. Stone. I'm caught up all the way with My Hero Academia and stuff.
Dude, I haven't been caught up with anything.
Yeah, but what I do, I had to drop Attack on Titan, But what I do is I stay up extra at night.
Yeah.
But then I still wake up, and then like I'm running like shit because I'm not getting enough sleep. So what I'm doing now is like every day at 10, I put away everything. So from 6 to 10 is my free time to do whatever I want.
Yeah.
And whatever I can catch up on there. But then that's also like creating skits and all this stuff. So it still does involve creative stuff. And then at 10, I go to bed, and then I start reading. I'm reading this book called Ishmael right now because I want to read. I want to get better,
I need to get back on it.
Yeah, you were reading for a while.
Yeah.
And
I still have like 2 unread books. I'm halfway, but...
Yeah, bro, I got a library right there,
right,
dude. Those are some of the dopest books that I've ever read, so...
I still have your book.
It's fine.
I've had The Alchemist for like 3 years.
Bro, that's an inspiring book, man. I love that book.
Literally 3 years.
Yo, the book,
just been chilling.
The book I'm reading right now is called Ishmael.
Uh-huh.
I Am Ishmael, and it's about a gorilla who gained sentient conscience, and then he's a teacher now, and he's passing down knowledge, wisdom to humans. It's fucking dope.
I am Caesar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so that's what I'm trying to do, and I'm trying to stick to it because I do find that I do waste a lot of time just doing bullshit or just kind of like trying to be creative. And now just like I'm gonna sit down and I just start writing or like whatever it is, And I haven't written, bro. Remember I used to write so many poems and shit.
Yeah.
I share my poems to you guys. Like it's not with my friends because they suck, but I do share my writings and all that stuff with my friends. And I used to write a lot, and I don't anymore,
We should do like a little commercial break during these things, like halfway through, and it's just like you in the middle of the studio, and then the light comes on, and you're just sitting on this stool,
Sad
and you're
boy.
all like,
Stew boy.
You're all like poems by Isaac,
Oh,
and you
no.
just read a little poem, and then we go back to the podcast.
Oh God, and then you're just like this. But secretly it's just garbage, you're just being a supportive friend.
I'll be the guy with the drum, the little bango or whatever. What are they called?
I know what you're talking about. Hey, but on the real, like the reason I picked Rodolfo to just co-host with me and just kind of be on the side and doing all this shit with me is because this guy is the most hype friend ever. Like you can say the dumbest shit like, yo, bro, I think I'm gonna start cross-dressing, and you know what he does? that's cool, bro. I support it. You know, let's go get
Why-
some outfits at the Goodwill.
Oh,
Like
why-
he's legit like that. Like I started painting my nails a while back. He's the only person that never said shit to me, for real. You're just like,
Huh.
yo, don't be around my dad. Don't be around my dad with those fucking nails, cause he's gonna clown on you.
I did say
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I did say that too.
But yeah, he's not. He's the only friend, you know. Like, and I've I don't know. Like, I don't think it's gay to paint your nails if you're a guy.
No,
Sometimes
you
it
know,
goes
I think
good with my outfit, you know. Like, what do you want me to do?
Bad Bunny does it.
I don't know who that is.
El Conejo Malo?
Yeah, but I
the
don't know.
singer.
I have no idea who
Oh,
that is.
shoot.
But yeah, I've done it for years. You know, I used to do it in Japan and stuff. But that I think I started more out of like because I hated how strict the military was.
Yeah.
So it was just more to like break out, and then I was just like, yo, this is kind of cool, and I just kept doing it. But you know, I have friends that are just like, they're still my good friends, but they're like, they make fun of you and stuff, and in a good way, you know, like
The super feminine.
yeah, they'll make fun of you, like, but at the end of the day, like, it does get to you a little bit sometimes. So a reason I did pick Rudy to come do this shit with me is because he's just like always supportive, like no matter what, and whatever idea you have, it never feels wrong to like bring it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's just like sometimes even with Alec, because it's just like also he's like my best friend too. You know, you guys are
Mhm.
my two. You, Alec, and Noda are my closest friend, and Joel Edler and Lugo Ricard. Damn, I have a decent amount, but
There's more of us out there.
but you know, like you're the only one of those friends that are like not weirded out by things. You know, like I weird
Yeah.
out Alec, I weird out No, even though they're super supportive, like they're always like, yeah, man, go for it and stuff. But like, it still feels weird when you say something to your friend and they're like, you know, that
Mhm.
that first impression. Like I
Uh-huh.
remember the first time I was like, Alec, let's hold hands, bro. And he's like, why? And I was like, because I want to hold your hand. This is a good moment. You remember that time we got lost in the mountains and we were all holding hands and shit? Like,
yeah.
man, that's not gay, bro. I just want to hold my friend's hand. What's wrong with that? You
That
know?
was-
It was a good moment. We were having a heart to heart, and it just like, you know, we always give each other like good affirming hugs and stuff. And
Yeah.
but like a
And
lot of
then-
people before, they'd be like, bro, but I feel like I can get away with it too because I'm just me, you know.
That was
But-
a crazy night.
Yeah, the cops showed up to our car. We may not have been under the influence of drugs, and the cops showed up to our car because they thought that I got murdered because I left my wallet and my phone in the car.
Visible in plain sight.
And
bro.
then we got lost in this mountain. So we got back to the car like at 4 a.m. in the morning, and there's the cops looking at the car, and we go up and we're like, hey, and the cops like, "Bleh." And I'm like, yeah, this is me, and they're like, oh my god, dude,
Right.
we're like, we got lost, we were just supposed to be in here
Huh.
for a couple hours, and it's like 4 in the morning, and then they're like, dude, your mom is she was about to be here on her way, we thought you got
Right.
killed, we already contacted your family. And he's like, usually when we find phones and wallets like that, it's either people going here to commit suicide or they're getting murdered. And it was just
Right,
like a whole
Jesus.
thing. And I was like, fuck, well, next time we do acid or whatever it is, let's not make this mistake again.
Right, that was
But-
crazy. We actually got locked in, didn't we?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
gate
yeah.
were
And
closed
then we had to
everything.
like go around by that rock and I fucked up the
Mhm.
bumper of my car.
We had to go off roading
and a little
in the
Honda.
Batmobile.
Yeah, the
Uh-huh.
Batmobile. We call my car the Batmobile because it's in such bad condition. It's a little Honda Civic, which I gave to my sister. She has inherited it now. It's a really good car. I mean, I've always kept it in good condition, but it gets
Mhm.
beat up. Like Alec ripped off the door handle drunk because he's so buff.
Bro,
and
that-
like,
Alec, bro, you're not gonna get in my new car, bro.
Yeah.
I promise.
but
That fool's tore up my truck.
yeah, dude, he
Broke
just
my window, my door handle, both my door handles inside and out.
He's just like a savage person he's like the real impersonation of like George of the Jungle, and you just brought him into the city, you know.
Yeah.
But
I'm about to kick that fool's car one day. I should have just dented that Cavalier while I had the chance.
yeah, that car was trash. But yeah, man, my car has been through all sorts of adventures, man. It's been literally to every single state in the United States and really deep into Canada. People would make fun of us when we went up to Canada to try to catch the Northern Lights in my Honda Civic. Guess what? Guess who made it? The Batmobile made it.
Batmobile made it.
And back. And it's still running strong, bro.
240,000.
Yeah,
right?
I got that car with 84,000 miles in it. It's at 250 now. Yeah, so it's been through a lot.
It's catching up to the truck.
Yeah, but so I'm gonna be gone for 2 weeks, man, and I really hope we can keep this grind going and this positivity going, because I really enjoyed like sitting down here with you and just having these good conversations.
Same.
And I think a lot of that is needed these days, you know.
I do.
So
I feel like I don't sit down and talk to my homies as much as I used to.
yeah, and
know?
I think it is because of the phones and stuff. But what you gonna do, you know? I like my Pornhub, you know. So hey, if you
Tumblr.
guys, I'm off Tumblr now. I feel like it fell off. I used to be
on.
on it hard, and I hated it this past year. But if you guys listen to this the whole way through, like, I really appreciate it, and hopefully let us know what you guys are doing, like how you guys are grinding, you know, and what it is that you do to like keep yourself motivated and just keep it going, because that's hard. You know, like, it's been hard, and especially like, bro, I hate when I post a video, and then first of all, I hate that I'm looking to see if people actually watching it.
Yeah.
And then I hate, like, it's just like 40 views, 50 views. And it's okay. You know, like, at the end of the day, like, I have a beautiful life and beautiful friends and stuff, but like, it hurts. I'm not gonna lie. You know? So if you watch this the whole way through, that's why I'm so freaking appreciative.
Both of us.
Yeah, and if you DM me, just type the word Coco in your DM, and I'll contact you and I'll send you some swag, because it really does mean a lot that you're watching this. And maybe it's not the coolest shit, because it's like me and Rudy designing stuff that we think are dope, because we're just trying to tap into like creative stuff. And I'll send it your way, because that's how much I appreciate it. And I'll do that for a certain amount of people until I run out of stuff, you know. And let's keep it grinding, bro. I'll catch up to you in 2 weeks and see where we're at, and the progress that we're making and all that stuff, to try to break out of this 9 to 5, have the Sideshow, do your photography, have our own businesses, and just fucking take it tough, man.
Right.
You know, like doing these little documentaries. I want you to come out and meet up the Cliff guys, so I can finish that little doc on them.
Yeah, I've been wanting to go.
And you know what I mean, and just do more crazy stuff.
One day I'll stop working 6 days a week.
And we gotta hit the mountains with Alejo this winter. You know. So it's a lot of stuff that is coming up and we got going on, and just to broaden our horizons and our own experiences, man. Yeah. So it's all a hustle. It's all a grind. All right, you guys. Catch you later. Dab, 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 dab. I don't know, like a good outro, you know, just.
And this concludes the Sideshow.
And this concludes the Sideshow. The end. Record.